What's up, JEFusion fans? This is Philip, and welcome back to another toy review. So this time we are going to check out. Dun, 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 dun. So we have here the Yudo King Kuwagata Ohger action figure from, of course, Osama Sentai King Ohger. So again, this is from the Yudo line, which so today is November 20th, 2023. So exactly the day when this came out. So yeah, I bought it the same day of release. So let's take a look. So before we go into the figure, so I'm going to show you guys the packaging. So now Yudo has also needs to come in the two boxes that you need to get, and of course you need to buy both of them to complete the actual figure. So there's that. But again, so this is set A. So I'm sorry guys if my screen is reflecting. So there we go. I want a less reflective one. There. So this is King Kuwagata Ohger set A. So this is the upper half of the body with the two sets of hands. And this is the lower half of the body, so set B, which comes with the crown lance. So at the back, so you have the lineup for this line. So you have King Kuwagata Ohger, which we're reviewing today. You also have King O Kuwagata Ohger. So you have Spider Kumonos and King Ryuso Red. So I actually intended to buy King Ryuso Red as well, but somebody beat me to it at the store. But the moment I found the Kuwagata Ohger or King Kuwagata Ohger, I knew I had to get it right away. So if with any luck, I still should be able to find the King Ryuso Red sometime soon. Hopefully, by the next time I go to the store, and I should restore some light in me. There we go. So, anyways, so let's take a look at this figure, shall we? So now comparing this to the like King Ohger action figure series, like not this one, but so not Change Hero series. I forgot the toy line already. So the reason I waited for this and not buy the action figures is because like one, this is cheaper. Two, it has better proportions, and mainly, you have this better looking crown lance. And of course, number three, it is quite compatible with uh, other Yudo figures, include most specifically Kuwagata Ohger. So let's take a look at this figure, shall we? So this is how it looks like at the front and the back. Very nice. So let's start with the articulation. Head moves up and down quite nicely. And you can actually turn the head around 360. So the horns or the pincers of the stag beetle at the back actually don't get in the way. And you can also remove the head. And with that, you're actually able to do this. So so I'm taking off Kuwagata Ohger's head and putting it here. So now you can actually kind of recreate the transformation sequence, like you are, I am, we are the King Ohger, and then transform. So put it back in there. So uh so look at the articulation of the shoulders. So because of the shoulder armor, you can get, well, quite a little bit of over 90 degrees action. So that's for both arms. So let's look at the left arm. So you can take them off on the joints, so you have this elongated slot there, so you can also swivel your uh, arms back and forth, and of course the shoulder joint, so it kind of moves. So if, of course, if you take the shoulder armor off, it goes 360. And there's an elbow joint right here, so you, of course, the elbow moves as usual, like so. And you can also turn it around, and because the hands are on a ball joint, they can turn 360. Take them out, and you can replace them with like open hands. So there you go. So I just put one just to show you guys, but yeah, you can put open hands. But I'm putting this one back because I'm gonna do something with this later. You'll see. So the waist action, so it does, actually it moves around 360, so the belt isn't in the way, and it has like skirt or a side skirt. So you have actually a joint on the back. So these are separate parts. You can actually remove this one, but this still has a slot. So if you have like an action base, most likely from like Sodo action figures, if you have some extra, you can slot it in there and it will work pretty nicely. So so the front flap or the front skirt, so it goes up, and if you actually move the side skirt, so you get quite nice movement on the legs. So it can go forward about 90 degrees. It doesn't, however, go to the back though because of the butt. However, it can do some splits. And because of the thigh joint, which is on the inside, which actually is hidden quite nicely, so you can also get a thigh roll. The knees bend quite to the back, like so, more than 90 degrees. And there's like this stopper right there, but that's fine. So the feet on typical ball joint, and there's a groove on the inside which allows you to move the feet like this. So of course it's on the same side, same thing on the other side. So other features of this guy right here, so you can see on the side, so there's a hole that's actually a holster for this one. So earlier you saw Kuwagata Ohger. So this is the sword, and you can slot it nicely on the side. Like if you think the skirt is in the way, you can move it around, but I believe it should be able to be slotted in. I'm it you can, but it's not gonna go all the way through again because of this side skirt on in the way. But yeah, it is possible. So with that said, I am going to put uh the older caliber into the left hand slot, and now he's wielding two weapons, right? So let's also look at the crown lance. So I'm gonna take it out here. So you have the base lance, and you have the crown. So the crown is split into two parts, so you basically sandwich the lance in between the crown pieces. So you can see there's a small piece right here dangling outside the crown. So this is actually a grip. Now the thing is, I tried to remove these pieces again. So uh so you actually get this small piece right here. I hope you can see this on camera. So you sandwich this in between the two pieces of the crown, and then you can use the crown separately as an accessory. So like give it to uh, a headless Kuwagata Ohger apparently. So like you can give Gira the crown. Now I can take off the crown from the lance anymore, but you slot it into the hand like this, and so you can kind of simulate him like wearing the crown and initiating the transformation into King Kuwagata Ohger. But again, when I stuck these into the lens, they're pretty hard to take out. So in order not to break anything, they're probably going to stay there forever. So yeah, uh, I couldn't really recreate that kinky Ohger thingy anymore. But you know, so for the actual review, so actually this is a really nice figure to have. I guess I made some mistakes with the stickers, but that's skill issue on my part. But overall, again, like this is much better than the Change Hero series. Uh, I think even though they're similarly sized and basically have more or less the same articulation points, again, I do see that this has much better proportions, and because the crown lance looks better, I mean, its compatibility with the older caliber is also very nice, and the fact that you can use the crown as a separate accessory if you use this part. I mean, you can try to remove the crowns, but please be very careful if you're doing that. But what's also amazing is that here, so it's actually on the inside. So this grip part for the crown is on the inside, but it's not actually in the way. Sure, it's gonna hit the arm because I mean, if you move the wrist like this, I mean, like you can have a little bit of wrist movement right there, but it's not a big issue. I mean, if it is even an issue. But overall, I think, in general, King Kuwagata Ohger looks visually like one of the best suits I've seen in Super Sentai history. Honestly, one of the best power ups, in my opinion, and it really does translate well into this figure. So, you know what? For all it's worth, I'm giving it a 5 out of 5, really. I mean, sure, the fact that you have to get it in two pieces. I mean, well, they've kind of Toei has kind of, or Bandai rather, has kind of been doing this for the Super Sentai series like since, I don't know, Zenkaiger. So basically, especially with the other Zen Kaigers, excluding Zen Kaiser, but everyone else, so they came in like two boxes, and you have separate accessories. But at least for this one, so you do get a nice crown lance with the crown that again can be used as a separate accessory, but again, like overall, this looks really nice. Again, articulation also good. Uh, so yeah, it's just really a much better toy, in my opinion, than the actual action figures that you find in the toy stores. Again, like you get this in the candy section of a supermarket or any place that would actually sell these. I mean, actually, like, I bought these two from different stores. I bought this from a bookstore, by the way. A bookstore of all places that just happens to have like a section for some like plastic figures. They also have like some toys in there. So I guess having this one, you know, featured was quite convenient and much of a time saver for me. instead of going to the supermarket where there are more people. But the fact that I still got this, definitely worth it. I mean, I could have gotten King Kyoryu Red as well, but that's besides the point. This was my main goal. Okay, so I mean, if you want, you can also probably get King Kuwagata Ohger as well. Sorry, King O Kuwagata Ohger. So I think it also has like I think if you buy O Kuwagata Ohger, so of course it also comes with his own crown lance, but uh like the Ohger Caliber Zero is sold separately, so you probably need the original O Kuwagata Ohger as well if you're into that. And then like you can have the Hasti brothers fight in these forms, although it's definitely not canonical because you can't have two crown lances, so there's only one. But anyways, that's just me rambling. So yeah, this is a really, really good figure. Highly recommended if you're a fan of King Oger. If you can find it online, you probably are going to see it sold as a complete set, like all of the figures from this lineup. So again, you have basically like 8 boxes in this set to collect. I mean, you can do that, but like if you're looking only for like one figure, let's say I only want the King Kyoryu Red, or oh I only want Spider Kumonos and stuff like that. I think you probably have to try harder to find them. I mean, it's possible, but they could be more expensive because the seller's markup price is quite exorbitant sometimes. So it may be better for again like buyers outside of Japan to just buy the complete set. But even if you buy the complete set, if you have the money to do so, I mean, do it. I think it is worth it anyway. So, but again, this is just my choice, and so I'm not into collecting everyone. So yeah, highly recommend that you get this one if you have the chance, or if you already have Kuwagata Ohger, yeah, you can do stuff with it as well. So that's my review of King Kuwagata Ohger. Let me know what you think down in the comments. So thank you so much for watching. As always, please do leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get the latest from JEFusion. This has been Philip, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. King Ohger!